So hello, what's up, man? Good morning, everybody. That's
their thinking, their feeling, their energy, and everything else. And like we mentioned, one thing you need to recognize is that your physical reality is simply what's known as an energetic history. So the current circumstances that you are experiencing are nothing more than energetic history that was created through what you were giving your attention to. And so the way we start shifting our reality to be more of what we want, again, through lowering the importance, it's also to ignore the current physical circumstances. It is to turn our backs, and we're learning more tools on how to do this, but to have more faith in your vision. One thing about your vision, if you don't have one, get one, alright? And your vision can be anything. It's just a dream that you have. It's something that excites you. It's the best next thing for you. Definite G fame, like we cover all the time. But you need to have more faith in your vision than the current physical circumstances or than the energetic history. Most people, again, are looking at their current physical circumstances and using it as an excuse to feel bad, using it as an excuse to think in a way that doesn't help them, using it bluntly as an excuse to play the victim. But if you play the victim and you observe and attach yourself to the thoughts of the victim and you attach yourself and experience the emotions of the victim, you will continue to create a reality of that, of victimization. And then you will look at your new energetic history of victimization that you're just, essentially, this is how most people's realities are, is they're just recreating the same energetic history time and time again. It's not that it needs to be that way, it's that they're creating it time and time again. And then they're looking at their current energetic history, and they're going, why always me? Or they're thinking negatively about it. I don't like this, I don't want this. Oh, you know what I'd rather have? You know, I had the money, the relationships, the happiness, the blah, blah, blah. Then everything would change for me, rather than me changing and then things changing, which is how it actually works. And so they are creating the same energetic history time and time again. A lot of people say that, you know, things don't change, people don't change.
hello.
Your life doesn't change that
How are
much
you?
because what they experience is the same thing over and over again.
Subscribe
What's
my
really
YouTube channel.
happening isn't that the same thing is staying
Please.
static. Everything's always changing. What's really happening is you are recreating it time and time again. So you've recreated new energetic history. Okay, now you have this same energetic history, but then it's making you
Thank you very much.
think the same thoughts.
Where are you from? Nick
So you recreate pretty much the
Lewis.
same or similar, maybe slightly different. And then it
Which
just
country
goes
you
on
are
and
from?
on and on. It becomes a self-perpetuating loop and cycle where you're creating the same thing over and over again and thinking, well, that's just how life is. My life never
Oh my
changes.
God.
Nothing good ever happens to me. Again, because you're looking
Nice
at
to
this
meet you, man.
and you're looking at the physical evidence.
America is a great country, great. It's great country, man.
By what you are doing with your thinking, your feeling, what you're giving your attention to. We're going to get deeper into how you can start creating a new one for yourself. But this is how it's working. Most people are just experiencing the same energetic history over and over again. It could be different.
I'm from Nepal.
You know what? No more. I know
Do you know about Nepal?
differently. Create new energetic history. Again, most people play the victim game. They're looking at their current physical circumstances
is a nice country. Okay, someday you need to visit Nepal also.
What I currently have, I'm going
Oh, hello,
negative
Santiago. You
negatively
you came back again?
in my life, which allows for those same
Wow,
creations
welcome back, man.
to come in. But if you lower the importance and have
So actually, you need to take a shower, yeah?
looking to create as a new energetic history more than
You need to take a shower, and
circumstances, which are just
you took a shower already.
you're getting angry at a history. You're getting
So
angry
there
at
is
something
Nick
that was said
Nick Lewis also.
past that now is coming to physical
He is
form.
from
So
America.
why not change the way you're moving to create a new energetic history, right? But this is essentially why we want to
Okay, thanks, man.
current
Anyway,
energetic history or reality.
you like the song? Thank you very much.
Gives us no
Are you telling
advantage
me?
to focus
Actually, you are
on it.
telling me the truth, yeah?
Negatively about it,
You really like
to
that
raise
one?
the importance about it because it will just keep recreating the same or potentially worse for you. Okay, so continuing on here, one thing I want to emphasize and bring your attention to is a saying you've most likely heard, but it's where focus goes, energy flows. Your focus is incredibly powerful. The reason, again, why if we focus on the current physical circumstances, it makes us feel
Yeah.
why it's so powerful is because the power
Thanks,
of
man.
your
Thanks.
focus,
Thank you very
where
much.
your focus and where your energy goes is creating your reality. Therefore, if we ignore the current physical circumstances, understanding that again, this is
I'm
what
from
creates
Nepal,
the
dude.
energetic history, or it is the energetic history that the focus is what
I'm
creates
from
it.
Nepal, okay?
We're going to create a new energetic history much rather
Kathmandu. I'm from Kathmandu,
so
Nepal.
understanding again,
It's a nice country. Have you heard about the Nepal? Maybe you don't know about the Nepal, but Nepal is a beautiful country.
Guess what that does for your energetic history? When we put our focus on complaining about everything in our circumstances or reality, that's creating and going towards your next energetic history, yeah, which might fall into that cycle, follow in that same vein, or it could break the cycle and create something new for you. So with your energetic history, remember we want to, for the most part, ignore it if your energetic history is not what you want it to be. Now, once you get to the point where you're living in a great energetic history, then we can start changing how we approach it. Now, we still want to have more faith in the vision because you're always going to have a vision. You're always going to expand the vision. So once you get to one part of the vision, there's going to be something else birthed from you, inward from you, deep within you, in the higher part of yourself with this new vision that comes out. The difference is you've now done this a few times, so you're living in a really good vision. But again, you're always growing or dying. There is no stagnation. Everything's always vibrating. Everything's always changing.
Okay,
Nothing rests.
so you know about the Nepal.
So,
Wow, that's great, man.
you're still going to have more faith in the vision. However, if the current energetic history is serving
Okay,
you, what does that
so
mean? You're looking at it and you feel
you don't, what time is it actually in Argentina right now? Can you tell me? Santiago.
until that point comes, we want to almost
So
exclusively
there is this Nick Lewis also. Nick Lewis, why not talking? You can talk, man. Don't be sad, okay?
so amazing how it works. Even if you feel like, well, I gotta deal with this problem, or deal with that problem, or deal with this problem, you will be amazed what happens and what solves itself if you just stop giving it your energy. When you raise your frequency instead, you focus on your energy, you put your focus on the vision, which is at a higher level of frequency, by the way. You have that vision because it's the next step for you, which is
Santiago, my friend, what is the time right now there
and expand
in Argentina?
consciousness. So by focusing
In
on
Nepal, it's 9:38.
you send that energy out, you're creating this new energetic history. It's in the process of being created. When you do that, you're going to be absolutely amazed how many problems the universe is going to pluck out of your life and just solve. One of the best ways to solve problems, challenges, or whatever's coming through is to just ignore them. Again, sometimes you're going to have to approach them, but then approach them again, not from a place of reluctance or resistance. Do it with a good attitude. Do it with a good mindset and a good energy. And again, you're going to be amazed by the results. But what I found is there's so many problems we think we have that can be solved or will be solved if you raise your frequency because those problems cannot exist at the new level of frequency you're at. And so you'll see certain solutions present themselves. You'll see that certain just outcomes.
So Santiago, you like to play guitar also?
In fact, a great quote that I got from a mentor of mine is when you the solution
You like to play the guitar?
itself. It's only when you try and micromanage.
You know how to play the guitar, actually, Santiago.
Micromanaging the universe. But if you micromanage God's source, the universe, life, I call it micromanaging the universe specifically. When you do that, then all of these problems start to come into play. the importance. The reason we micromanage the universe, by the way, is we raise the importance. I've got to be in control. Right? As if the universe got source. Way more than
Hey man, nobody's chatting with me right now. Why? I think everybody is busy. That's why maybe. I can understand that one.
Essentially what you're doing, you'll notice all of these solutions, all of these things just start solving themselves. It's incredible when you first start doing this. You will notice, and again, you're not doing it because you're trying to force that outcome, because again, you can't trick the universe. So you're really micromanaging it, and you're just doing this, not because you believe in it or have faith in it, but because you just want the results. Right? Again, you've pedestalized it, oh, the results is what's going to solve my life, so I will do this, so I get the results.
You know what? In Nepal there is no sea, oceans, no sea, no oceans in Nepal. Only the lakes, rivers, ponds. There are in Nepal, these three. But there is no more, sea, oceans. That's why we need to go to the outside. I mean, outside of the country, outside of the Nepal, to see the oceans, to see the seas. Santiago, actually, you don't need to go to the job. I mean, you don't do a job in Argentina.
Even though I'm at that point, I still have more faith in the vision. I'm still giving that so much of my attention and focus so that energy can go to that and create that as my next exciting energetic history. Right? But it's been a long time since I've been in an energetic history that could be considered very, very negative. Right? But again, even at that time, I had to learn how to, even in what could be considered a negative energy, not see it that way. Again, you are creating the machine, so you don't have to. So don't micromanage the universe. Next is
Not on my door.
the inner part of yourself. Now, what is the inner? What we're talking about is
What did you say last
vision,
day?
it's your thinking, it's your feeling.
Last
Again,
day,
the
I'm sorry.
outer is the energetic history. So you have the inner and you have the outer. Another way to put it is you
ठुलो
have
त्यही माथि
what
डुलाउने
we call physical aspect.
तनाव हुने कि
And you have the non-physical. And if you've been watching my content, you'll know that the non-physical is the predominant thing that makes up our reality. The physical is just a very tiny slither of narrow bandwidth of frequency. It is not all there is, not even close. In fact, it is something that comes from the non-physical. It is a subset of the superset. Physical subset, non-physical superset. And so, way more is created in the inner world than the outer world. The outer world is just the out picture. The outer world is simply the effect of what you can do in the inner world. Again, it's the energetic history. Physical stuff is just the energetic history of what you've been doing in the inner world. And so we want to start cultivating the inner and putting way more of our focus in the inner. Most people are focusing on the outer, thinking, the more things I do outwardly, the more my life will change. Now, that can work to an extent because as you start doing more physical things, it can change your thinking and it can change your feeling. However, there is certainly a trap that comes with that because you start thinking you have to hustle and grind only to get results. You start sacrificing other things. You start getting stressed. You start doing things you absolutely don't want to do that feel terrible to you. And yeah, you may get some monetary success that way or in other areas, but it almost always comes with negative consequences. This is the kind of situation where you get people who have things that other people think they want. We're going to solve their problems. Again, the pedestalized things, and you start feeling bad or not thinking well, force your way to those things, let's say, and then you get people who
I think
are
my
like,
guitar
"Years
also want to
saying,
eat this one. That's why
depressed, I got
it did
everything
it.
I wanted, and I didn't
So man,
fulfilled," right?
this
Now,
one is
if you
carrot
actually
actually,
have
carrot,
both, but if you come from this perspective first, and you you do it, you're cultivating the
Fuck.
Now,
It went inside.
these
Sweet,
are
man.
rewards that have to come out anyway as a natural
Fuck.
effect to what you're doing, but you're also going to feel fulfilled.
Oh my
You're also
god.
going to
I need to
feel
get
that
it
you
out.
should do it and have it. You know, getting the actual physical thing is like the cherry on top. But the journey on the way there, how the way
Oh
you feel,
fuck.
the things you experience along the way, I promise you are the true gifts and rewards. The person that you become in the process is really, really the true
It went inside.
gift and
Oh,
reward.
thank God. Finally.
Yes, at the end
It
of
came
it,
out.
you still
So, man.
have the household,
Fuck.
you
What
can still
what just
have the
happened? I don't know.
relationship. You can still have all these physical things because these two things are intertwined together. But by doing it in this way rather than the force-based way,
This
it
one
is
is separate,
a whole
okay?
different reality.
There are two, you know.
Right? And so,
I eat
we
the
wanna
right
cultivate
side
the
one.
inner world,
The left side one
our
I will
vision,
not
our
eat.
thinking, our
This one.
feeling, our mindsets, our energy, whatever else you want to call it. Now, an amazing analogy I'm going to give you that's going to help you to put your focus on what it is you do want to focus on.
I think my guitar is hungry.
The things you don't want to create.
That's why.
Is what's known as the art gallery metaphor. Now, the art gallery metaphor goes like this. I want you to pretend that you're in an art gallery, right? It's this huge, infinite art gallery. So it's like the art gallery of the cosmos, of the universe, of the simulation, the field, whatever you want to say, is the infinite art gallery. The way most people go about their lives, what they do, what they focus on, is their inner room of the art gallery has infinite rooms with all these different paintings, all these different things you can look at and give your attention to, give your energy to. What most people are doing is they're in a room, and the paintings on the wall, again, represent their current rooms of life. So these are the things that are in their life. And they're looking at the painting on the wall, and they do not like it. And so they start screaming at the painting. They start getting angry. They even start trying to remove the painting, which is get out of the gallery. So they can't do that. They try and alter the painting. There's nothing you can do to change the painting if it's there, no longer physically there. It's nothing you can do. It is there. It is an energetic issue. That person stays in a room of the things they admit they don't like, rather than taking their attention off those paintings, going to the next room, and actually looking at stuff they like. Those people are so focused on what they don't like, they're not just moving to the next room in the art gallery, they're wanting something to do. And so let's say you like Picasso, or whatever it is, and you're screaming at the artwork, and you like Da Vinci, and that's just a couple rules. Then stop screaming at the Picasso, stop screaming at the artwork, telling them you have to change. You live my life. That's victimization. Everybody's coming in. Turn your back to the stuff you no longer want to give attention to. And always do. Again, this is your vision. All the way. And again, the way you do this first is importantly, you do it internally. Don't scream the artwork, don't resist the artwork. Everything exists. Everything is available to you. Again, whatever the mind of man can conceive, as you can imagine, whatever you can see it, and bring itself to believe it can achieve. And so, whatever room you can imagine yourself in is something that is within your grasp of being able to achieve. There's nothing you can think of and imagine that can't come into yourself, that can't come into your life. And I can already see comments going, well, I want to fly. Oh, it's like, well, you understand what I'm saying when I say that, right? So if you see yourself as rich, if you see yourself with a beautiful partner, that's amazing. If you see yourself living in a different country or whatever else it is, that is all possible for you. But you have to start putting your focus on that and stay in that room in the art gallery instead of continually going back to the one.
I'll be right back in the next later on, okay? Just stay tuned, baby. So, man. Also for me.
understand your physical circumstances all around you are giving you more opportunities to focus on the art gallery you don't like. That's okay. When that happens, it's not about always staying in a new room. It's about recovery. So let's say you're trying to focus on the new room you want to create for yourself in the physical world. Well, don't worry if you get back to doing it. Just snap yourself out of it and go back to the one you wish to look at. Like the more you resist the art gallery, again, the more you create a current cycle of the energetic history. So if you're in the art gallery room you do not like and you're screaming at it, it's as if those paintings are getting bigger. You just can't tell, but after a time, I swear that painting is now bigger. It's like, where's my face now? Because you're giving your focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. And this whole physical reality is essentially energetic history. And so, focus on the art you wish to actually have in your life. Focus inwardly, have more faith in the vision first, and you will start to see it produce in your physical world. Start to move forward. The reality you no longer want to live in. Because it is your focus and attention that is creating it. It's the most powerful tools that you have. Not been taught how to use them effectively. Again, if you want help with that, you can check out my programs that will go deep into this to really train your focus and get your focus here. What it is you're looking to cultivate to like basically cheat code your way. You know, it's not really cheat coding, it's just using magic principles, things that you don't, to get you in that room you want to be in and help you stay there. Use the tools and techniques and coaching to stay there long enough for it to be produced in your physical, energetic history. But that is the crux of what you're aiming to do. You're ignoring the one that is here, and here just in the physical sense, which is just a narrow band of frequency in this reality. There's so much more out there. Instead, get you to focus on what it is you want to create for yourself. Okay, so to go over again how we can start doing this more effectively is first you need to have a vision, right? I have other stuff that goes over this, but you need to have a vision and a direction so you can focus. It is practically impossible to focus if you don't have an endpoint, right? You know, it's basically like you're trying to throw a dart at something, but you have no board to throw it against. You're just throwing it into the abyss. And not having a vision or aim or BCA is akin to basically having a ship that's out at sea with no captain or crew on the ship. And so it just gets buffeted by the storms of the sea. It just gets thrown around by the waves and the current. And the most likely result is you end up on the ocean, basically nowhere. Like you go on a desert island which doesn't have what you're looking for. Right? So don't be someone who's in a victim mindset. That's what happens to a lot of people. And again, your vision doesn't need to be, you know, it can be general, it can be specific.
Oh, Santiago, you're still there.
Experience a certain
Sorry,
level
man.
most of the time. So don't get caught up in these getting ideas.
What time is it
Visual vision.
in Argentina? Can you tell me,
Be a feeling and emotion.
please?
But you want to have an idea of knowing what do I truly want? What do I actually deep down within me want? What is the best next thing for me? What is the next aiming point? Because if you don't have that, you're just lacking focus.
Hi.
And then you can lose it to the depth of life. You'll end up in any art gallery. You will end up just anywhere, and you will have basically no say on the selection of where that place is. If you do not have a vision. When you do have a vision, you want to visualize and
Wow.
think about it often. You
So
want to
in
be
Nepal,
seeing
Kathmandu,
into
right now,
the
it's
vision.
9:56, dude, 9:57.
Energy around it than whatever's currently here that you
Thanks, man.
like.
Thanks,
Another
thanks,
thing you wanna
thanks,
start
buddy.
doing
You are
that
the
I have
best.
right here, is start being appreciative of what's in life. So even genuinely, so find what you can be appreciative for. So maybe you want a better house, but can you find things to be grateful for?
Actually, you play guitar also.
Can
You
be
too play
appreciative
guitar
for
and
what's
you
sheltering
sing.
you and whatever else it is? Don't look for the problems. Look for what's good about it. Don't look for the negative. Look for the positive. Don't go on the negative scavenger hunt. Go on the positive scavenger hunt. And by doing this, we'll also focus on the vision. You generate a lot of excitement and great energy. Abraham Hicks said this, or something to this like this, that basically the best place to be when it comes from creation, what allows you to create quickly, what allows you to create efficiently in just an amazing way, is to be appreciative of what's currently here while deliciously anticipating what's next. And so what that means is you're grateful for now and what's currently here, because this helps you generate better emotion and energy. But you're also excited.
Actually, it's summer here in Argentina also. But I gotta go sleep, bro. I see you tomorrow. I'll live. I will search it. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. Actually, it's night time or daytime in Argentina right now. Can you tell me?
want. Right? You're not going to give attention to that.
Before you
and
go,
you're focusing on what you appreciate and also what you're creating. Right? When you cultivate that energy, then you're no longer, complaining about dents in your car because you want to upgrade it, or that, the heating system in your home isn't where you want it to be, or, whatever it is you want. You only have one story and you want more. I don't know, whatever it is. And you're focusing on the good and then anticipating more of the good. Right? That's a beautiful place to be. So when you have this vision, visualize it, think about it, and be excited about it. If you think about it and you're not excited, you're not in what's called the sweet spot. So you need to make sure that's the case. If you think about it and you feel bad, then you have the wrong vision. You need to find one again that really connects to you. And what happens is, if you think about your vision and you feel bad, what you're really thinking about is its opposite. So you're thinking about a certain level of money and you feel bad. You're not in abundance now, you're in lack. Right? You're thinking about the finances that you currently have. Again, that's where appreciation will help. So you can actually feel good about whatever that is. But ultimately makes you feel good about it. Now, the next one, and this again is such an important one, I want to remind you, if you're raising the importance, you will encounter all manner of problems. If you raise the importance, you are pushing away the art gallery room you'd rather be in. You are pushing away whatever it is you're looking to bring in. I want more money. If you're raising the importance, pushing it away. Some relationship, pushing it away. Health, pushing it away. If you're raising the importance, when we lower the importance, solutions present themselves. Right? So we need to work on lowering the importance. We're going to go over a couple things and how we do this. Now, one of the best things that you can do in order to lower the importance and all this other stuff is to become present. Importance cannot be generated when you are in the present moment. Importance requires you thinking of the past and of the future in order to raise it. You usually think of the past and go, this is the way it's been, so I'll never get to this place, or I don't like the situation from the past, so I'm going to
my
create
hand.
more in the future. And again, past thinking and future thinking aren't necessarily a bad thing when we're doing it from what I just talked about here. But if it's hindering you and you're raising importance, it is. And one way to absolutely lower the importance immediately is to get present in the eternal moment of now, the only one that exists or has existed. Past and future are only access to the now, but you're not actually here when you're doing it. You're elsewhere. You're launched off into space, into the field in some other way, usually in a negative way. So what
welcome
can we
back.
do to get more
Got
present?
with
Well,
some top.
luckily, life has handed us
How are
some
you doing, man?
incredibly easy tools to do so. The first one is just to breathe properly.
I'm glad you came
And
back.
this is just where you diaphragmatically breathe. And if
So
you
do
take
you want to
about
share
5,
anything, or you want to
3,
ask anything?
5
You're gonna ask me, okay?
diaphragmatic breaths. So this is very slow.
Do you want to
kind of
request
just
anything?
focusing
You're
on
gonna
your breath.
request
To bring your focus
also,
out from the
okay?
past or
So
future,
man.
or whatever you're doing it, and you're bringing it back to your body, and you're focused on your breath. Do nothing but focus on your breath. Focus on the feeling of your breath, the sound of your breath, kind of going in, kind of see the energy move up and then out. And again, you're doing this from the diaphragm ideally, and you're just taking these deep breaths, just 3 to 5 times. You don't have to do it right now unless you want to. Pause the video and do it. And you'll notice, not only do you feel more present, but when you open your eyes or whatever, you might notice that reality actually pops a little more. Maybe it's a little more vivid. Maybe it's a little more still. Maybe you're, in a sense, more connected to more. You're noticing more things. That is a great thing to do. And so one great way to bring yourself back into this moment, lower the importance, is just breathe intentionally and deeply. The next thing you can do is to focus on your senses. So this is one I love, is basically I'll just stand here and I'll put my focus on something, anything. So maybe it'll be a tree outside. Most of us, with most things in our lives, there's just so much beauty around us. There's so much intimacy. There's so much just divine intelligence and design all around us. Sometimes I'll look at a leaf and I'm like, how the hell? What is that? How the heck has this happened? It's so incredible that if you're just walking by and never paying attention, you're always in your head, you miss these things. And there's so many things and details in life that if we get present and we get into our senses and we really look at something and really experience it, is what I should rather say, it can blow you away. It'll help you lower importance and it'll help you realize that in this moment everything's perfect. And so sometimes I'll just be walking and I'll just look at something out in nature especially and go, oh my God, this is just perfection. This is just amazing. How is that? How is it doing that? How is it doing that? Right? And it'll just be me experiencing that sense. Because I like to feel the air around my skin. And again, this is not something you usually think about. It's not something that you usually put your attention on where my focus goes and the energy flows. And so you can even try this right now and just kind of listen to the sounds. You can do smells and tastes as well. What I like is, whenever you kind of anchor yourself in, I like to use sight, and I like to use hearing as my two anchor points. And then also touch. You just kind of notice if you feel the and just feel the energy. It's going to be very powerful. It's going to make you resonate. I don't care if you're thinking you're crazy. Just do this and see how you feel. It's basically impossible to raise and this is something that's just good to use throughout the day. Get back to the present state. Now, when this allows you to also continue to have the same anchor to yourself. Anywhere else. And so you keep present. And now you can suddenly make a new choice. And now you can make a choice. Now from a place of powerful resolution to what you want to choose. It's like you're now taking a step outside the art gallery. Taking a senses and just help yourself that way. But not only will this help you feel present, it's not but you'll notice a boost in energy. You'll notice a boost in coming out. And so all you do, again, you can do the whole Taurus meditation act on the light from the earth, connected to source, connect out. But all you really need to do is visualizing it. One, and is just see yourself surrounded by light, see that light kind of coming into your body. When I do this, I like to see myself almost like in space. I'm not staring in space. And I just see the light coming in. I see it enveloping around me. I see it saturate my cells. I see it just watching my body. Just feel it, just observe it, just watching it. And if you can't feel it, just seeing it. Again, my focus on it, giving energy to it. And you'll be surprised in just 30 seconds you're going to just focus on this knowledge of anchor, present, and feel. How much more awake you'll feel, as in awake to reality, and how much more just powerful you'll feel. I mean, I just did that. Kind of barely doing it because I can hear me, but I already kind of feel that coming up. So these are three ways, and you can also use all three. Use your breath, senses, and that bring the light. Maybe you only have time for you really want to immerse yourself in looking at something for real and actually experiencing it, not just passively like we usually do while we're in our head. Oh my God, look, here's an albatross there, maybe whatever. It's like, check out and actually see it. Check out and actually experience it, and you'll be amazed at the effect it can have. Again, we're here to experience. And there's so much going on around us at all times, at all things. There's so much beauty in your life that you're not looking at because you're too focused on the artwork you don't like. Right? There's so much. Like if you have a tree outside, there's so much you can look at. There's so much going on there. And then maybe this perspective isn't hitting with everybody here, but as you start raising your frequency and vibration and everything else, you'll start realizing what I'm saying. You know, I'll go through my day and I'll see a butterfly just blow me away. And I've seen thousands of butterflies. But when you get in the present moment, again, you're not basing all of this on the past. Oh, I've seen it before. You're just anchored in the moment. There's no real thought that you'll have at all. Right? But you'll be in the moment and just enjoying experiencing in the moment. This is amazing at doing everything we're talking about here. And then I also want to give you what's called storm breakers. Now this one is great if you notice like you're looking at the artwork you don't want to look at, and you're just having you're aware you shouldn't be looking at it, or it's not good, it's great, it's a good history, but you're just having so much trouble peeling yourself away from it, right? So this is what's called a storm breaker. So it's when you've really gotten hooked, and you can also use this image just starting and just to stop the process. stormbreaker is essentially something you will say that lessens the impact of whatever is hooking you in the outer world. So let's say you see a bill and you immediately start reacting. You can use a stormbreaker. And a stormbreaker is something like this. Something positively amazing is unfolding for you. I live in a friendly universe and I know it always has my back. I don't know why this is good for me, but I know it's for my benefit ultimately. I'll pop up some more stormbreakers. There's a list of them, and these are ones I like. You can use, but you can also create your own. The whole point is it anchors you into the truth, and it anchors you into a level of perspective that's benefiting you and what helps rise you above whatever is trying. And this is amazing because it allows you just to stop focusing on the artwork that isn't benefiting you and is creating more negativity in your life. Right? It is helping you again ignore the reality of negative energy anymore. And let's say you started getting energy to it, the storm comes in, you started getting your energy, you break it, you break the storm by using one of these phrases. So what I recommend is having at least a couple, maybe even three that you have go-to ones. I like the one, I live in a friendly universe, always has my back, something good, or something positively amazing is unfolding for me now, sorry. And the other one I really like is, I don't know why this is for my benefit, but ultimately I know it's for my highest good. That's another one I really like. Because sometimes my mind's like, what are you talking about? I don't know why. I don't need to know why. But I know it's for my good. I know it's for me to learn something. I know it's for me to be able to use the tools that I've been given or whatever else. So I like those three. Find the ones you like. You can use those three. You can create some to help you. But stormbreakers are an incredible way to help you get over these thoughts. Keep yourself focused on the art you want in your life and ignore the ones you don't. Now, on the back of all of this, I recommend watching this video next where we go over one of the predominant principles of the universe known as the mirror principle. Learning this principle and combining it with what you learn today is going to make you into a reality creation machine faster, so much faster than your body is. So I recommend going to watch that next.
एक दुई तिन चार जहाँ तिमी आउने भन्थ्यौ पप्पानीहरूको माझमा रुजी बिजी अझै म कुर्छु तिमी आऊ या नआऊ म सधैँ निरो बाटो बस्नेछु सम्झँदै तिम्रो त्यो मुहार Your voice is so beautiful and amazing. Thank you, Mamisha. Right? Sorry. Subscribe my YouTube channel, okay? Thanks, buddy. Where are you from actually, Mamisha? Mamisha. Actually, your name is very unique, and it's lovely. Você today trauma जहाँ तिमी आउने भन्थ्यौ पानीहरूको माझमा म रुजी बिजी अझै घुर्छु तिमी आऊ या नआऊ बस्नेछु छु सम्झँदै तिम्रो दुहाईलाई मायामा परेछु म आज भयो छाया छाया तिम्रै चाहन्छु जीवनमा खोकिला यार Actually, subscribe my YouTube channel, okay? Mommy share right? Where are you from? Actually, where are you from? खोकी लाग्यो क्या मलाई हल्का लास्ट के भयो करिब महिना लास्ट लाग्छ यार सो भिडियो चाहिँ लङ भइसकेको छ त्यही भएर I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye baby.